think he's smaller. So I don't want to focus on it being like about Jake. Oh, Jake's small, so that makes me confident. Jake's this, so that makes me confident. I'm just focused on myself. I'm confident in myself. Jake could be 10th, I'm confident in myself. That's what I'm saying. It's not about how he is.
It's long one.
You do some pads today?
Yes, sir. Do some pads. Yeah, we're going to do some pads today. And then technique and all that stuff, you know. Fight is easy. No matter how hard you train and how you just got to get lucky. You know. So what we're training for now is just to get lucky.
Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua are training harder than ever as fight night gets closer. AJ is sharpening his power, stamina, and technique, while Jake focuses on speed, timing, and accuracy. Inside his camp, Jake looks confident and fully locked in, studying every detail. He believes his preparation will help him surprise everyone when the bell rings.
The fact that it's a harder challenge for me. People had a lot of excuses against Gervonta and, oh, it's a smaller guy, blah, 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 the weight difference, and now I flip-flop the roles. Everyone thinks I'm gonna die, and they don't know what I'm capable of. And so being the underdog and being able to go in there and showcase what I'm gonna do to Anthony is more exciting for me.
Anthony Joshua enters camp knowing that no fight is ever easy. He shows respect to Jake Paul and treats him like a serious opponent. Every session is focused and intense, with AJ working on technique, power, and endurance. Each punch is measured, every drill has purpose, and nothing is rushed. Joshua is leaving nothing to chance as he prepares with the discipline of a true champion.
How much work goes into them sessions. It's going to be a tough fight. No fight is easy. No matter how hard you train and how you just got to get lucky. You know, so what we're training for now is just to get lucky. Miss a punch that could have hurt, catch it with a punch that's going to hurt him. So it's kind of like when they say all in the...
As the countdown continues toward one of boxing's most unexpected fights, Jake Paul remains extremely confident. In a recent interview, he said he believes he can knock out Anthony Joshua, pointing to moments where AJ has been hurt by smaller fighters in the past. Jake claims Joshua is not untouchable and insists he has the power to cause real damage. These bold statements add fuel to the build-up. Beyond the physical battle, this fight also includes a strong mental game. Jake's words are meant to boost his own belief while testing Joshua's focus. Joshua, however, stays calm and experienced, understanding how to handle pressure. Many analysts agree that this mental battle could be just as important as what happens in the ring.
His style, and styles make fights, we all know that. He's lost to guys who are shorter mostly and lighter mostly, and faster than him. I see holes in his game. I see punches that I can land that can hurt him. Now, he can definitely land punches on me, knock me out. He's more experienced, Olympic gold medalist, two-time heavyweight champion of the world. This is definitely insane. I have to fight a perfect fight to be able to beat this guy, but I think that I'm capable of that. And to me, at the end of the day, all of this is experience, all of this is fun, all of this is getting in there and continuing to improve my skills as I work toward a world championship in my own weight class. I'm fighting at heavyweight.
We lost them. They're trying to bog them down.
At the end of the day, I'm going in there and I'm getting better.
You're fighting at heavyweight. You cut off real quickly whenever you said you're fighting at heavyweight. How much weight is that more? How much heavier are you fighting at this for this particular fight?
Yes, I'm fighting like 50 pounds out of my weight class. Normally I fight at 200 and Anthony Joshua will be around 250.
Okay, so this fight's happening. There's people that have mentioned, like, there's no way this fight is actually happening, just strictly because of what you just said right there. I mean, the weight difference, everything else, signing up for this because you're supposed to fight somebody else, Tank backs out, now you fight Anthony Joshua. I think there's a lot of people that think this is all some gimmick because of what you just said right there. This is not the case. You understand that you're going in there with a man who's not supposed to fight somebody that is at your weight. He's supposed to be fighting heavier people that are bigger people, which in theory, stronger people, maybe more durable people. There's weight classes for a reason. In your mind, that is just, hey, this is a challenge I need to take on. That's kind of the mindset that you've taken?
Yeah, for sure. The fight is definitely happening first and foremost. We're 9 days away right now. But at the end of the day...
David Haye and Johnny Nelson shared their thoughts on the pressure surrounding this fight. They explained that Joshua has everything to lose and must deliver a dominant performance. From the opening round, AJ needs to control the fight, land clean power shots, and avoid mistakes. Any slip could hurt his reputation as a former world champion. In contrast, Jake Paul enters with far less pressure. As the underdog, even small success would be seen as impressive. The analyst stressed that while Paul is taking a real risk, Joshua must be nearly perfect to meet expectations.
Joshua can't win in round 3. Anthony Joshua needs to win in the first round and win devastating. He can't be getting clipped with shots. He can't get him pushed back. He has to have the cleanest performance
and if it
of his
lasts
whole
that long,
career.
Jake Paul needs to be holding on to it for dear life to last that long.
Yeah, so
Jake Paul commercially has just as much to lose and can affect his commercial elevation if he does anything less than be his best. Commercially, he doesn't need Jake Paul.
I think the pressure's on Jake Paul. The pressure's not on Anthony Joshua. Sorry, the pressure's on Anthony Joshua. The pressure is not on Jake Paul because no one's expecting Jake Paul to do anything. So he's free. Whatever happens, he's gone out there and done something extraordinary. He's put himself in harm's way, to try to achieve this crazy goal. So but Anthony Joshua, on the other hand, he's only doing it for the cash, for the money, and that's cool.
Yeah.
But he can't look bad. He can't get knocked down. He can't get a cut. He can't be missing wildly. He has to have a punch-perfect performance to justify, just like Ngannou. If he has the same performance against Ngannou,
job's done.
The job's done. But is he going to be motivated enough to be able to switch on? Because he was razor sharp. I was there ringside with you watching that fight, and that was as sharp as I've seen AJ look.
And the other thing is, Ngannou looked scary. Jake Paul doesn't.
Yeah.
And Ngannou was thick, thick,
big
and that
man,
wide.
big
I was interviewing him, so next I'm thinking, damn, you're getting in with him.
Yeah.
And now you're thinking, if this guy gets one shot, Jake Paul doesn't have any of that about him. So you're not looking at him thinking, he might
Well,
get a
if you
shot.
look at Jake Paul's training footage, he puts out snippets all over his kind of social media and on YouTube. It looks like his secret weapon for the fight against AJ is his...
Both fighters are pushing themselves hard in training. Analyst Henry studied Jake Paul's camp and noted that while his heavy bag work looks powerful, it doesn't always reflect real fight conditions. Hitting a bag is very different from facing an experienced heavyweight like Joshua. Henry warned fans not to judge too much from highlights alone. Meanwhile, Joshua's camp shows deep attention to detail. Even after time away from the ring, AJ remains strong and focused, working on endurance, accuracy, and defense. The difference between Paul's unconventional rise and Joshua's traditional heavyweight preparation adds another layer to this matchup.
Recently released. It's got a lot of people getting quite excited, in the comments in particular, saying, wow, he's improved so much. Look at the technique. He actually might cause problems. The sort of wide-eyed emoji. Is he going to cause an upset? Now, look, I don't give two shits how you look on the heavy bag. I'm going to be very honest with you. Do you know how many guys I see in the boxing gym I train in who look absolutely sensational on the heavy bag and then wouldn't last 2 seconds against Anthony Joshua? The thing that the average person fails to understand is that looking good on the heavy bag, sure, it means you have a fundamental understanding of boxing technique, and clearly Jake has improved in that area. You'd hope so after years and years of training. But the thing that people don't understand about boxing is when you actually get in the ring with someone who's trying to beat you, who's trying to punch you in the face and break you, suddenly holding that shape becomes much, much more difficult when you're getting hit by shots, when you're taking them to the guard, when you're having to move your legs constantly, and more importantly, as you get tired. Even the best pros start to lose their shape when fatigue kicks in. That's why more knockouts can happen later as the fight goes on. So look, yeah, I did think he looked nice on the heavy bag. He's moving his feet well, his balance looked good, his hand positioning was good when he was throwing, his chin was tucked in, all the things you really look for in basic technique. Does it mean he has a hope in hell of being Anthony Joshua? Absolutely not. But at the same time, I'll admit I understand what the hype is about. He looked pretty nice in that clip, but many people can, is my point. The final thing to address is this rumor that's been going around. I think it was Johnny Nelson who started it, that Don Charles has been brought into Jake Paul's training camp. There's been some news articles about it, but to be honest with you, I've not seen any photos, I've not seen any footage. I've seen absolutely nothing to indicate that Don Charles has been part of that camp. And in fact, Don Charles was tagged in a photo on Instagram a few days ago at an event he was at a boxing gym near Watford in the UK. So clearly he's not been actually involved in the camp. Will Jake Paul fly him out for fight week to try and disrupt Anthony Joshua? I mean, it's entirely possible. Obviously, Don Charles coached Daniel Dubois to the victory over Joshua. It was one of Joshua's...
Former world champion Paulie Malignaggi also shared his opinion on the fight. While he respects Jake Paul's dedication and effort in training, he believes that preparation alone may not be enough against someone like Anthony Joshua. That's it for today's video. Stay tuned. Until next time.